Hello everyone, I'm Todd Slater, the Simple Investor, and you've tuned into Simply Real Estate. Well, this is our 2019 wrap-up show. That's right, here we are at the end of 2019, and I thought, you know what, instead of telling you exactly what's going on in the market today, which by the way, numbers are up, why don't we do a little bit of a recount on what 2019 looked to you in the real estate world. So let me start off by starting into January, February, and March. You know, not a whole lot going on in those marketplaces. We started off a little bit slow. So when we talk about slow, it seemed like everybody was thinking that this wasn't going to be a great year. Really no increase in prices. The inventory was still there and we didn't see a lot of sales. But lo and behold, guess who took notice? That's right, the lenders. So one of the things for 2019 was the lenders started getting serious. They knew they were losing business, so they started to bring down our interest rates. So by the time we swung into the spring market, we started seeing a little bit more aggressive buying, but of course, the most important thing we started to do is start to see a bit of an uptick in price. That's right, so the next topic we're going to talk about, of course, is how did the year end up? Well, pretty much from January to June, it was a little bit slow, but from June until today, we started to see an upward tick in pricing. Biggest one that was the leader, of course, this year in 2019 was the condominium market. That was probably one of our strongest markets that we could see. And then, of course, the detached market, more so in the core of the Toronto area, was very strong, and the outer markets still were kind of lagging up until today. But one of the big forecasts that we're looking for in 2020, of course, is prices going up. Right now, most of the professionals are saying between 3 and 5% is what we should see as far as an increase. So when we talk about 2019, what do we talk about as far as what was going on in the economy? Well, of course, the most latest thing is the impeachment of Donald Trump. We're going to see what the world markets are going to have an effect, or what will happen if the president does truly get impeached. Probably not. In fact, a lot of people are gauging that during the 2020 election, he could get reelected. Not sure this is going to be the best thing for the world, but we'll wait and see how that pans out. And of course, the one thing that has been discussed is the China and U.S. trade situation. And of course, they think that it's going to get resolved. So this is why we see a lot of upward pressure in the stock market. But when we take a look at the rest of the year, you know what? Not bad. And right now, interest rates, because the Bank of Canada has stayed pat for 18 months. That's a long haul for the Bank of Canada, even though the U.S. Fed did go down. And so that's one of those last topics that we'll talk about, of course, is the interest rates themselves. When we talk about the U.S. Fed, they did do 3 separate reductions to their interest rate, but the Bank of Canada stayed pat. So we'll wait and see what 2020 holds out. That's about a wrap for this year. Of course, 2019 was a wonderful year here for the Simple Investor. We were able to do quite a few of our projects. In fact, we have closed, just so everybody's aware, Waterloo, Woodstock, and Tillsonburg. I want to thank everybody that became part of those projects. And if you're a first-time investor with us, congratulations. There's one other thing that I do want to add, though, of course, is that I want to thank all of our investors that have turned around and gone to Google and worked on our Google review. And you know what? It's very humbling for both myself and our staff to see such wonderful reviews. And I want to thank everybody for their dedication, their loyalty, and of course, their investment over the years. This is one of the things that we're going to continue to focus on. In fact, in 2020, it's probably going to be the greatest year we've ever had. In fact, we are now 10 years in the business. We have now completed 50,000 individual monthly rents to our investors. And if you're one of our investors, you know for a fact that every single month we make sure that happens. So I just want to thank everybody for being part of our fabulous decade. And the next decade is going to look so much better for the Simple Investor. In fact, 2020 is going to be our best year ever. We've got so much going on. You want to stay tuned, and we'll keep you up to date on what is happening. But we are going to be releasing the Simple Landlord. We are going to be doing our brand new mutual fund trust that is going to go out to everybody. So you're going to have so many avenues this year. And of course, looks like we're probably going to have 3 or 4 releases alone in 2020. Probably our biggest number ever at the Simple Investor. So I'm so excited about it, and I hope you are too. But one of the things I really do want to talk about today is the important stuff. Okay, and one of the reasons why we do this, of course, is to create generational wealth for all of our investors and families that are involved in our projects. So right now, I would like to thank you and your families for being part of the Simple Investor family. And for all of us, especially my own family, Sheila, Lizzie, Kurt, and myself, we want to wish you all the best for the holiday season, a Merry Christmas, and a wonderful Happy New Year, and an incredible 2020. So for all of us here at the Simple Investor, that's a wrap for this year. And just again, season's greetings, everyone.